What is the nature of happiness? And how does suffering fit into this seemingly simple concept? These are questions that have puzzled philosophers and thinkers for centuries. Let's delve into these concepts and explore their depth. Happiness, as we know it, is a state of contentment, joy, or satisfaction. It's that warm feeling when you're spending time with loved ones, the sense of accomplishment when you've achieved a goal, or the simple pleasure of enjoying a favorite meal. It's a state of being that we all aspire to, yet it can often feel elusive and short-lived. Suffering, on the other hand, is a universal human experience. It's the pain of loss, the sting of failure, the anxiety of uncertainty. Often we think of suffering as the opposite of happiness. But what if we told you that suffering can also be a pathway to profound joy and contentment? This is where the Buddhist concepts of metta, prajna, and nirvana come into play. Metta, often translated as loving kindness or compassion, is the sincere wish for all beings to experience happiness and to be free from suffering. It's a universal love that transcends boundaries and differences. Think of it as a warm embrace that you extend to all beings, including yourself. It's a radical act of love that acknowledges our shared human experience and our collective striving for happiness. Prajna, or wisdom, is the understanding of the true nature of reality. It's seeing things as they really are, not as we wish them to be. Prajna is like a light that cuts through the fog of delusion and illuminates the path towards true happiness. It's the realization that happiness and suffering are not two separate states, but two sides of the same coin. And finally, nirvana. Often misunderstood as a mystical state of bliss, nirvana is actually the cessation of suffering. It's the ultimate goal of the Buddhist path, but it's not a destination to be reached. Rather, it's a process of letting go, of freeing oneself from the chains of desire and aversion that keep us trapped in cycles of happiness and suffering. Nirvana is the embodiment of metta and prajna. It's the realization of universal love and wisdom, the liberation from suffering, and the attainment of true and lasting happiness. In conclusion, happiness and suffering are not binary opposites, but intertwined aspects of our human experience. Metta, prajna, and nirvana are the keys to understanding this complex relationship and navigating our way towards a state of contentment that transcends the fleeting highs and lows of life. They are the tools that enable us to embrace both happiness and suffering, and in doing so find a profound sense of peace and fulfillment.